Mounted policing started as crowd control, essentially, and that is the purpose of this unit in the main. It's our core function, our primary role. But when we're not doing that, we have other roles, be it public reassurance, be it we do things like school visits, we try and educate kids, and we visit crime hotspots. But essentially, our job is focused around training the horses to deal with crowds, noise, anything. And a lot of the focus is public order, footballs, demos, things like that. Everything else happens around that. The people that work at the unit, we have police officers and we have civilian staff. There are 17 police officers, 2 sergeants. Our other staff are, as I say, civilian, and they are grooms that are in charge of looking after the horses. That's their responsibility. What's this? Go back. Come on. This is Steele. I think he's been here 7 years, about 7 years, and he's 12, nearly 13, and he's one of the bigger characters, I would say, definitely. He's been my allocated horse for 4 years. My name's Sarah, and I've been here on the mounted for nearly 10 years, just flying by. And I would say he's probably been the trickiest horse. He's tested everything. He's tested my bottle. He's tested my patience. Yeah, everything. He was allocated to me because of our personalities. I think it was deemed that I would be, the way I ride, the way I respond to things would suit him. I suppose I just rode him instinctively, and as time's gone on, we just suit each other. And it's weird, we just gel. He was involved in an accident. It was November, and it was literally outside the gates. It was night time. They were lit up. The 2 horses were lit up like Christmas trees. And it was basically an elderly lady whose vision, it turned out, was not what it should be. And she literally just, as they've come out of the end here, out of the gates, just straight into the back, and she sort of scooped him up, and he's rolled onto the car bonnet, and then she's flipped him off. And but Steele, he's so athletic and bendy, just got up and started eating the grass in the central reservation. They sent him to a place called the Horses Trust in Buckinghamshire, which is where our retired horses go. And he had, I think it was at least 3 months. Came out and he looked great, and the physio was happy with him. Then it was really just bringing him back into work physically. You know, this horse hasn't been sat on for, it was nearly 4 months by then. We weren't quite sure how he was going to behave. It was more the confidence repairing. People were quite angry, actually, when they found out about it. We're quite protective of them. So you instinctively are very defensive, out of worry, really. And I mean, it could have killed him. But in a way, it's had a positive effect in the long run, because I think we're a lot safer on the road, largely because of it. He's essentially the same. I mean, he's a bit older and a bit wiser. He is slightly more wary on the roads than he was, but he's the same horse. He's less conflicted, I would say. He's happier. He understands what's being asked of him. He's looked after, but he's the same personality. You just don't get all the conflict that we had with him when he first came, because he's happy now.